Welcome to the Homeschool Sanity Show, your weekly prescription for happier, healthier homeschool living. I'm your host, Dr. Melanie Wilson, Christian psychologist turned homeschooling mother of 6. Hey homeschoolers! This week, I am creating a podcast based on a very popular guest post I wrote for likemindedmusings.com. Specifically, how to help your tween daughter handle her emotions. I'm looking forward to sharing some tips with you if you have a tween daughter who also seems to have emotions, if you know what I mean. But first, I wanted to share 2 things with you. I am going to be speaking at 5 great homeschool conventions this year. I am so excited to meet you. I will be in Texas, South Carolina, Ohio, California, and Florida. Make sure you get registered at greathomeschoolconventions.com so we can chat. The second thing I wanted to share is that I have begun answering reader questions on my YouTube channel. Find the channel at youtube.com/psychowith6. If you have a question you'd like me to answer, email me at psychowith6@gmail.com or message me on social media. I won't share your name or identifying details, but I can share the information with others who have the same question. I want to thank the sponsor for this episode, Change in the Air. Change in the Air is a new film releasing October 19th that you won't want to miss. A peaceful community is forever changed when a mysterious young woman moves in. As the quirky locals embrace her, their lives soon improve. But they can't help but notice that their strange new neighbor has a secret. Change in the Air will release in select theaters and digitally on October 19th. Go to changeintheairmovie.net to see if the film is playing near you, or purchase or rent it the day it comes out. Change in the Air, in theaters and digitally on October 19th. Now for this week's topic, how to handle your tween daughter's emotions. I asked her to clean the bathroom like I had 100 times before, but this time she screamed, "Why do I have to clean the bathroom? I hate having to clean the bathroom when I have so many disgusting brothers." She does indeed have so many brothers. 5 of them, to be exact. But in that moment, she also had so many emotions. Her emotions were surprising and confusing for us both. Now that my daughter is a teen, I see some things I did well to handle her tween emotions, and some things I wish I had done differently. Here is how we can handle them well. Tip number 1. Prepare your daughter for puberty early. My only experience with puberty was with boys, who all started at 14. I was shocked to see the physical evidence of puberty in my daughter much, much earlier. My daughter's friend started menstruating at age 9. Today's girls begin changing before we have taken the time to educate them about the physical and emotional changes they can expect. In my case, that was because I wasn't willing to believe that my little girl wouldn't be a little girl much longer. I love the book, How You Are Changing by Jane Graver, as a good way to start the discussion about puberty with your daughter. A couple of things I add for all my tweens is: sex is beautiful when sex is private and within the context of marriage. Only parents should teach their kids about sex. You are not permitted to teach your friends or younger siblings. If you have questions about sex, you can always ask us without embarrassment. You can't be sure of getting accurate information from friends or the internet. Be sure to discuss shaving, use of tampons or pads, and how to manage breakouts. The more prepared your daughter feels, the less frightened she will be. Tip number 2, explain the emotional fluctuations that are part of puberty. Often we are more concerned with our daughters starting their periods than we are with talking about the emotions that can accompany it. That reluctance may be because of our own lack of understanding. As a mother who has experienced the complicated emotions of perimenopause, I know to tell my daughter what to expect. We have to be specific. A young woman's hormonal changes can make her feel angry, weepy, or giddy, seemingly for no reason. Psychological research has shown us that people often try to explain the physical experience of emotion, but make incorrect assumptions in doing so. When I was a teen, I had a CT scan done to determine the cause of frequent headaches. While I was in the machine, I had trouble breathing. Even though I didn't feel nervous, I interpreted my trouble breathing as a sign of anxiety, so I tried to relax. Turns out I was having a severe allergic reaction to the contrast dye. Explain to your daughter that feelings of anger or sadness do not necessarily mean that anything is seriously wrong. Our emotions can fool us when our hormones are changing at various stages of life. Explain that puberty is one season of change, while pregnancy and menopause are other seasons that can leave us feeling more emotional. Tip number 3, give your daughter tips for managing the emotions of puberty. The first and most critical thing for your daughter to do to manage her emotions is to get enough rest. Explain that, like a newborn baby needs lots of sleep because of all the growing she does, so your daughter needs extra sleep as her body does the big job of growing into womanhood. Many tweens resist going to bed early because of their desire for more independence. Consider allowing your tween daughter to rise later in the morning to make sure she is getting enough sleep. The second thing I would have your daughter do is record her emotions. There are apps like the period tracker for this purpose, but any calendar will do. It's a huge help to know that your life isn't miserable. It's just that you're premenstrual. This can be helpful even for tween girls who haven't started their periods. I recommend recording the amount of sleep your daughter gets and other significant events to see if there's a relationship with the emotions she experiences. The third thing your daughter can do is learn positive ways of handling negative emotions. Share the strategies that work for you. Exercise, chatting with a friend, playing music, doing crafts, journaling, quiet time alone, magnesium and a multivitamin, or chocolate. You should also discuss things that don't make you feel better. Food binges, hours playing online games, ranting on social media, or Netflix binges. Encourage her to experiment with various approaches to see what works best for her. Fourth, encourage your daughter that she is a part of a sisterhood of women who understand what it's like. Encourage your daughter to tell you when she is having one of those days. Tell her you'll agree to give her more latitude on these days, but that you will still require her to treat you and others with respect. My daughter and I ended up laughing about the disgusting brother's fit she had. She knew her hormones were involved. Finally, pray with your daughter regularly. Ask God to give you both the ability to honor Him and others despite the hormonal highs and lows. Encourage her in the knowledge that God will be faithful to work all things together for good, even the emotions she has at this stage of her life. You can survive and even thrive during your daughter's tween years. Get even more help by visiting girlscreatedtoshine.com, listening to the episode I did on homeschooling through hormones, and watching my interview with Lee Felix of Like-Minded Musings. To find these and the other resources I mentioned in this episode, go to homeschoolsanity.com/tweengirls. Thanks again to Change in the Air for sponsoring this podcast. Have a happy homeschool week. Thank you for joining me for the Homeschool Sanity Show. This has been a production of the Ultimate Homeschool Radio Network.